Don Quixote, the full title being The Ingenious Gentleman Don Quixote of La Mancha. Hello, and welcome back, all my dear beloved listeners. Today, we're rejourneying to the sun-drenched plains of Spain to explore one of the greatest novels ever written, Miguel de Cervantes' Don Quixote. So, get comfortable and let us dive into the tale of a man who dared to dream in a world that had forgotten how. Our story begins in a quiet corner of La Mancha, where an aging gentleman named Alonso Quijano lives a life consumed by books. Not just any books, but epic tales of chivalry of knights in shining armor, fearsome dragons, and damsels in distress. He reads day and night, so much so that the line between fantasy and reality blurs, and he decides the world needs a hero. It needs a knight-errant to revive the lost age of honor. So, he transforms himself. Alonso Quijano is no more. In his place stands Don Quixote de la Mancha. He polishes an old, rusty suit of armor, claims his bony, worn-out nag of a horse, Rocinante, as a mighty steed, and sets off to right the wrongs of the world. But every knight needs a lady to inspire his noble deeds. Don Quixote chooses a local farm girl he's never even spoken to, Aldanza Lorenzo, and in his mind, she becomes the peerless lady, Dulcinea del Toboso, the most beautiful woman in existence. With his armor on and his heart full of purpose, Don Quixote embarks on his first great adventure. At the crack of dawn, our hero rides out, hungry for quests. The only problem, the world is no longer a land of enchanted castles and noble lords. It's a world of ordinary innkeepers, farmers, and merchants. When he arrives at a dusty roadside inn, he sees a grand castle. He mistakes the bewildered innkeeper for a noble castellan and demands to be properly knighted. The innkeeper, seeing the harmless madness in the old man's eyes, decides to play along in a hilarious makeshift ceremony, using a ledger for a holy book. He dubs our hero Sir Don Quixote of La Mancha. Filled with a newfound sense of legitimacy, the fresh knight rides on, but his valor is immediately tested when he confronts some mule traders, ordering them to declare Dulcinea the fairest maiden of all. When they refuse and mock him, a fight breaks out, and our hero is soundly beaten. Battered and bruised, he is found and carried back home. His niece and housekeeper, worried sick, decide on a radical cure. They burn his entire library of chivalric novels, hoping to purge the source of his madness. But you can't burn an idea. Instead of being cured, Don Quixote decides what he truly needs is a squire. He finds a simple, down-to-earth farmer named Sancho Panza and promises him riches and the governorship of an island if he'll join his quest. Lured by the promise of easy wealth, Sancho agrees, and the most iconic duo in literature is born. Together, they set off the tall, gaunt idealist on his lanky horse, and the short, He battles their guards and sets them free, only to be pelted with stones by the very men he just liberated. In another incident, he rescues a young servant boy from a beating, making the boy's master swear to treat him fairly. But the moment Don Quixote rides away, the master beats the boy even more severely. His attempts at heroism consistently go wrong. Yet, through it all, his belief in honor and justice never dies. And something fascinating happens to his companion, Sancho Panza, who started as a greedy, simple-minded follower, slowly begins to change. He still sees the windmills for what they are, but he also starts to admire his master's courage. He becomes a voice of earthy wisdom, a grounding force to Don Quixote's soaring idealism. Their friendship, this perfect blend of the dreamer and the realist, becomes the true heart of the story. Before long, tales of the strange knight and his loyal squires spread across Spain. They become local celebrities. Two of Don Quixote's old friends, a priest and a barber, set out to find him and bring him home. On their travels, Don Quixote and Sancho encounter a wealthy duke and duchess who have heard all about them. The nobles invite them to their castle, treating them like royalty. But it's all for their own amusement. They play a series of cruel, elaborate pranks, inventing fake quests and magical curses just to watch the madman perform. As part of their joke, they make good on Don Quixote's promise and appoint Sancho as the governor of a fictional island. To everyone's astonishment, Sancho governs with surprising common sense and humility. He delivers wise judgments and shows more compassion than any of the nobles. But the pressures and deceptions of the role soon wear on him. He eventually resigns, declaring he'd rather be a simple farmer eating bread and onions in peace than a powerful governor plagued by worries. He has learned that true wealth isn't gold or power, but integrity and peace of mind. Worn down by his endless adventures and the world's mockery, Don Quixote's physical strength begins to fail, though his spirit still burns. One day, he is challenged to a duel by a mysterious knight of the White Moon, who is actually one of his friends in disguise. The rule of the duel is simple. If Don Quixote loses, he must renounce knight-errantry and return home for 1 year. Bound by his own chivalric code, Don Quixote accepts. He fights bravely, but he is defeated. Broken-hearted, he and Sancho begin the long journey home. As they travel, the magic seems to drain from the world. The castles revert to inns, the giants to windmills, and the princesses to ordinary country girls. The magnificent dream begins to fade. Back in his village, Don Quixote falls into a deep fever. As he lies on his deathbed, a final transformation occurs. The madness lifts, his sanity returns, and he is once again Alonso Quixote. He renounces all the profane histories of chivalry, calls his friends to his side, and writes his will. He thanks his loyal friend, Sancho, for his unwavering companionship and quietly passes a no longer a knight, but a man who awoke from a beautiful dream. So, what is the legacy of Don Quixote? This story is far more than just a funny tale about a madman. It is a profound look at the eternal human struggle between the world as it is and the world as we wish it could be. Don Quixote's madness holds up a mirror, showing us our own stubborn hopes and the beauty of believing in something noble, even when others call us foolish. His quest reminds us that it is often better to strive for an impossible ideal than to accept a grim reality. And in the friendship of Don Quixote and Sancho Panza, we see the perfect balance we all seek between our heads and our hearts, our dreams and our common sense. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through La Mancha. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more literary adventures. See you next time.